hope that you are well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 1 English lesson on plural nouns. And before we start with our lesson on plural nouns, we're going to log into aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged students.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, and then grade 1. And then once we've selected the subject of language arts, grade 1, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of plural nouns. So our chapter is plural nouns. The subject that we are focusing on is English, which is language arts. Grade 1. And the lessons that we are focusing on under the chapter of plural nouns is irregular plurals. We need to select the word that matches the picture. And then we're also going to form regular plurals with S and ES. And we will be using singular as well as plural nouns. All right, so when it comes to plural nouns, right? So basically a noun, it names a person, it names an animal, place, or thing, right? So that is a noun. And when we, let's say, for example, put these two words together, which is plural noun, right? Then it basically just means that it names more than one person, animal, place, or thing because it's plural. It shows anything that is two or more, right? That is plural. So basically, a noun, it names a person, animal, place, or thing. And like we said, plural noun means that you are basically naming more than one person, or let's say two or more people, animals, places, or things. And you can basically just add an s or an or es to most nouns to show that there is more than one person, animal, place, or thing. So usually with a regular, let's say with a regular noun or regular word, right? We just basically add an s or es in order to show the plural form, to show that there's more than one thing, or more than one person, more than one place, or more than one animal. All right. If we look at the example, right? If you look at the example, and the first one says apple, right? So apple shows one apple. It's one thing, right? But if we want to make mention of more than one apple, right? And then we will basically just add an S to the word apple to make it seem, or to basically change the word to singular, from singular to plural. The same with bus. We have one bus. But as soon as we want to make mention of more than one bus, then we say buses and we add an ES to show that there is more than one bus. So one apple shows singular, but the plural form, meaning that if we want to make mention of more than one apple, then it will be apples, and we just added an S to the word apple to make it seem as if there is more than one, to show the plural form of that noun. For some nouns that end in Y, you can then drop the Y and then you just add IES to show more than one. So if our word ends with a Y, for example, like baby, then it means that we are going to drop the Y and then we're going to add IES to a specific word. And then it will change the word from a singular word, meaning it will change our word from one, either person, animal, place, or thing, to more than one animal, person, place, or thing by just the adding of IES. So which means that for some nouns that ends in Y, even like family, so family also ends in Y, right? And if we want to make mention or we want to show that there's more than one family, right, then it means that we're going to have to drop the Y, we add the IES. So families, one family with a Y, but more than one families, which is IES. And if a noun ends either in S, ch, sh, X, or Z, then you can just add ES to show more than one. So if a noun ends in either S, CH, SHX, or Z, then you can then just add an ES to show that there's more than one, which is one bus. And all we did was we added an ES to show that there's more than one buses. So one bus, but more than one buses. All right. So once again, we are doing the chapter of plural nouns. And we say plural nouns refers to anything that is two or more. So we say that it is plural nouns. A noun, it names a person, animal, place, or thing. But when it comes to plural, right, and then it means that it names more than one person, more than one animal, more than one place, and more than one thing. Yep. And some of the word, it basically changes, right? And for now, this is basically going to be the rules that you need to follow when it comes to regular plural nouns. All right. All right. So we are doing our tutorial lesson on A plus students.ca. So we're doing our tutorial lesson on A plus students.ca. So now we're going to A plus students.ca. So we're going to start with the first lesson, which is to select the word that matches the picture, regular plurals. So we're going to have to count the amount of things that we're going to see in the pictures, and then we're going to say how many of that there is or what that is. So we said that if we show more than one, then the word why, let's say that in the word, in a specific word, right? If we're going to be showing the plural form, then the letter Y is going to fall away, and we're just going to add IES. And we said one apple, more than apples. One bus, can even say three buses, right? But we add an ES. With babies, right? We say that if our noun ends in a Y, let's say for baby, then you can then just drop the Y and then we add IES, right? All right. So now we're going to say which word matches the picture. So in the picture, it says here that in the picture, it shows more than one. That is correct. It shows more than one, which means that it is a plural. But the other picture and the other picture shows 7 shoes. So let's go and count the shoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is 7 either tackies or 7 sneakers or 7 shoes, right? If we look at the B, right? What does the picture show? How many bees do we see? And if you only see one bee, all right. So basically, this is one B, which means that we don't add an S, we don't add an ES. It just stays the same. Remember, we only add an S or an ES if we are showing something that is singular, right? All right, so now let's do our test. So we need to match the pictures with the word. And we say that there are 7 shoes, right? So now we're going to our test. So we're going to be looking at the pictures and going to select the correct answer, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, do we say 6 car or do we say 6 cars? So since there is more than one car, and if there are 6, right? And then we need to say there are 6 cars. Cars. The second option will be in with S. So 1 car, 6 cars. So 1 car, 6 cars, and it ends with an S. Right? So 1 car, more than 1 cars. And that is correct. Now let's look at the bags. It's 1, 2, 3 bags, right? Do we say 3 bag or 3 bags? Do we say 3 bag or 3 bags? All right, so if we're gonna count this 1, 2, 3 bags, and then we're going to choose the option of bags, which is BAGS, bags. And well done, bags is correct. Which word matches the picture? Is this 1 toys or 1 toy? So we have 1, do we say 1 toys or 1 toy without the S? Or do we say with is? All right, so we only see one, which means that we will choose the second one, which is toy. So it's one toy. And here we have one and two. One and two, do we say trucks or do we say truck? One, two, do we say trucks or truck? All right, so if there's more than one, like there's two, then we will say trucks with an S. Remember, trucks, because we're making mention of more than one trucks. And we chose trucks with an S. So one truck, two or more trucks. Here we have another thing, right, where we fry our eggs in. Are we going to say there's one pans with a double S or one pan? So since it's only one, we are going to say it is a pan. Only pan. Nothing with an S, only pan. And we said there's 2, 4, 6, 7 shoes. All right. So now we're going to form regular plurals with S and ES without the pictures, right? So we're going to form regular plurals using either S or ES or with S and ES. And remember we said that when you either add an S or an ES. All right. So we're basically going to fill in the word and then we're going to get the final word. And before we do that, we see that a noun, it names an animal, place, or thing. And we can basically just add an S to most nouns to show that there is more than one person, animal, place, or thing. For example, we made an example of the apples already, but here we have it. So it's one apple. here. So we basically just add an S to most of our nouns to show that there is more than one person, animal, place, or thing. But for some, we cannot do that, right? We're just going to have to remember whatever the noun is. So we said one apple and more than one apples, and we added the is. And then remember we said that if it ends with an S, CH, SH, X, or Z, and then we need to add the ES to show that there's more than one either object or thing. So one bus, three buses with an ES, right? All right. So here it says we need to fill in the word, right? So we're going to fill in the word. It's and plus is. And plus is. So and plus is. So if we, for example, write the word and we add an is, then what word is it going to make? It needs to show a plural form. And if we add those two words, right, and then we will say it will be ands. And as well as the is. So ands. All right. And we then say that a noun, it names a person, animal, place, or thing. All right. So now we're going to continue with adding the two names and writing down the responses. Hand plus is. So hand plus is. And if we choose to add or to fill in the word, then it's going to be hand plus the is. So hands, and then we added the is to show that it is more than one finger, for example. It's one hand, but it's both hands. And we added the D as well as the S. All right. So we said hands as well as ants. All right. So now we're going to our test. where we're going to form regular plurals with S and ES. So if we fill in the word, so doll plus is. So doll plus is. If we are looking for the missing dog, right, is our option the first one, which is doll, the second one, which is dolls, dollies, or dollars. All right, then if we choose anyone, right, or the one that you think might be able to work in there, and then we're going to say dolls. So one doll plus is, which means that it's more than one doll now. Then we have hens. So hen, right? This person has got one of the different recipes in the fridge. So we either have one hen, but then without the s, hennes, hens, or hennies. All right, so if we fill in the correct word, we are going to say it is hens. And yes, well done. Hens at the bottom is correct. And here, once again, we have hand plus R. So we have hand plus is. We need to fill in food. Do we say it's handis, which is option one, hand, which is option two, so we're either going to fill in, for example, hand or the whole anniversary date. All right, so all right, so it's hands. Oopsie. So hands, right? And hands is correct. We did this one. All right. So now we're going to use singular as well as plural nouns, right? And we said singular nouns refer to either one person, place, animal, or things. And here it says, which word fits in the sentence? Dave made three at his birthday party. And hands were correct. All right, so when you blow out the candles, right, they always tell you to make a wish. But now in this case, Dave made three, right? So we don't have to say if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as long as we just say the wishes, right? So Dave made three wishes at his birthday party. And remember, we said that a noun, it names a person, animal, place, or thing. And remember, we made examples of where we either add the S, ES, IES, right? So three wishes or wishes is the party. So we say that wishes is there so that there can be more than one, right? All right, so now we need to fill in the two nouns. And filled two with milk. And filled two with milk. So we use wishes, three wishes. And if we were to fill in this word here, and then we would say, and filled two glasses. Not just glass, but plural form glasses with milk. So any two glasses with milk. All right. So now we're going to our test, right? And in this test, we're going to show how we are using singular as well as plural nouns. Which word fits the center? So if we were to find a word that fits the sentence, then Liz told me to make a. Do we say to make a wish or to make a wishes? All right. So we're going to say Liz told me to make a wish. Remember, if we have the word either one or we have the word a in front of the noun, and then it's basically like where, with example, it leaves a two, or let's say we leave it with one, right? So one referring to the one wish, not wishes. So don't take this. Do we say don't take this glass away it? Or don't take this glasses away it? So if we want to take this away, right, it's going to be my glass or glasses. So glass or glasses. So now we can say don't take this glass away yet. So don't take this glass away yet. And glass is correct. All right. So we did plural nouns, right? And we said that a noun, it names a person, place, animal, or thing. And if we talk about plural nouns, then it refers to any person, place, animal, or thing that refers to it being more than one, right? That is, for example, the plural nouns. So this is now the end of our lesson on plural nouns. Thank you very much, grade ones, for joining our class. And I really hope you're going to have a good day further. All right. So bye, guys. Bye, everybody.